Closing out. All right, well, this is awkward. Kenny doesn't have the song queued up.
I'm blind and I can't see it.
This is why I made Mike.
No, I can't see. This is actually a problem.
That's not it? Not at all.
See, we're going to say touchdown Raiders, but they're not in the Super Bowl. And if you know anything about this podcast, we love being petty.
I need a hard reset. I need something.
You need a hard reset?
I need the song.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Keep going.
No, you don't want the minute and 30 version one. So I'm gonna just give you this one.
I do want that one.
Oh, now you want that one.
Oh man! Hey!
That's way too damn low. Hey! And the other one's way too damn low.
I had to reset the room.
What the fuck is going on over here?
Shout out to Clubhouse. I had to reset the room. So if you're listening,
all right, we need to reset again now.
Yeah,
it's a fucking Super Bowl, bro. We need a good intro.
Oh, good intros?
Fine, this'll work. What's up, good people? Live from the Good News radio station in Hawthorne, California. It's your favorite dynamic duo, Touchdowns and Tangents. I'm PD Camarillo, sitting to my right, as always, your favorite new Black History maker, Kenneth Frank James Berry. What's up, man? Same. It's been a fucking crazy week.
My birthday is actually fast approaching.
Holy shit, I forgot about your birthday.
Are you 29, man?
Fuck, I knew there was another birthday I forgot about this month.
How dare you as a Taurus forget all your
so
water sign birthdays?
I got 30 fucking February birthdays.
Then you write it down in your Google Calendar so you never have to remember it.
But yeah, man, between the Super Bowl, work, it's just been a crazy ass week for me.
I could imagine. I just got back from work after being on vacation for a week, and man, it felt like a month after the mental anguish of being at my job. But as you said, we're just gonna have to do a segment where everybody just takes a shot anytime I mention my job.
But yeah, with that, man, shout out to the Slump Busters podcast. Julian had us on earlier today. The episode's gonna go up soon as he's done editing out all Kenny's hood background noise and ums. But
there weren't many ums. It was just mostly that fire. I was like, fam, there's no fires in sight.
Just your wheezing.
Nah, I hate it when that's offensive. It was windy.
I'm too fat. I fuck around and catch an asthma attack.
Says the person.
That's why I bust back. It don't faze me. You don't even know who that is.
That's Biggie Smalls, obviously. Wow. How dare you? First,
you just guessed because it was a bar about a fat dude.
You said fat and asthma.
You had A, B, and C. You had three options. It was like, it's not Heavy D. It's not Big Pun. It's got to be Notorious.
Hey, fuck you. Those are my three fat. That's, if I ever become a rapper, I'd be in my top 5. But, those are the top 3 of fat rappers when you think of it. Biggs, Pun, Heavy D.
But yeah, we got a whole loaded show coming down tonight. We got guests representing both the Buccaneers and the Chiefs, as well as welcomed media guests to share the virtual experience with us. So going to be a really fun show. We got some prop bets and stuff like that. Izzy and Eric, hopefully you're out there on the chat somewhere. We've been having too many Zoom and Skype difficulties, so we're going to try to...
Zoom is really trash for that.
Go one at a time here.
Three people, or if you have 3 people and you got to upgrade to Zoom Plus for extra 40 minutes, it's like, fam, don't have the rate. It's like when Carl Jr. went up on their prices, but then gave you less burger.
Shout out to Taco Bell for also being trash now. Their prices are all the way the fuck up, too.
How dare you, Taco Bell? How fucking dare you? You made your bones. Cinnamon twists are just deep-fried pasta. How fucking dare you?
Remember when they got busted for all those damn old-ass taco shells? And the meat that was wasn't really meat? It was soy or some bullshit?
All of it. None of it's actually meat. Shout out to the chick I used to work with at ArcLight, and she told me about, in the job interview, never forget when she told me that, cinnamon twists are just deep-fried pasta with sugar sprinkled on it. I was like, what? My whole childhood was a lie? She looked in my eyes and knew, damn, I just fucked this dude's world up. I was like, wow. I've hated Taco Bell ever since. Ever since 2016? Yeah, 2016. No, 2016. But just speaking of things that we hate, man. Do you feel like it's just been a weird calm? Like Biden became president and now we're just like coasting to the Super Bowl, which we hope was like the highlight of the year. But like we're still like
honestly,
waiting for
I feel like
doom to happen.
I feel like even the whole like Super Bowl media week has been like pretty lax and calm. Like I don't feel like there was anything that interesting or cool that happened this week.
There's a couple sound bites.
I mean, even that though, there hasn't really been a lot of great sound bites. Both teams have been pretty like complimentary of each other.
Yeah,
playing fair.
Shout out to Eric in the chat room.
Wow. Shout out to Eric in the chat room. Referencing AOL. Way to age yourself there, Eric.
He's like, what's Clubhouse? Is that the party line from the 90s? No, it's not.
Yeah, but shout out to the Good News Sports. Shout out to X Squad Affiliate. Shout out to FBC Radio. Shout out to your favorite podcast app where you can always find this show. Real quick, though. We got some big news that dropped this week. Can I get the college football spot? Ben,
I mean,
please?
I was gonna save it for take a tangent, but if it's on your heart to do this,
that's right. The college football game is finally fucking back after a 6-7 year hiatus. We last saw the game with Denard Robinson. It is now returning. Hopefully we can get Corey on here in the next few weeks from Hardcore College Football Podcast, because I know that he had a Twitch stream playing the 2014 game. So he actually went on a whole fucking epic ass Twitter thread / rant about like ideas for the new game, which was actually pretty dope if you go and read it. I actually retweeted it on the TDs_tangents Twitter. So
yeah. So, I mean, hopefully they don't steal it and they actually give them some credit for it. But EA doesn't always listen to its users. So
yeah, because people have been claiming that they need to redo Madden for like 5 years.
Like, if they had the open worldness of NCAA football the way they do Madden would sell out even more. Like, remember NCAA on the PS2?
I didn't really have a PS2.
The last couple, for me, NCAA, before they switched to the PS3 and the Xbox, what was it, the One?
360.
360, there we go. So before they switched to that.
No, you're right. The Xbox One. No.
I think it was a 360, right?
360, yeah.
Yeah, so once they switched to that, it was like the gameplay was different. It was kind of quirky. Like, you could kind of, if you weren't super accurate on the sticks on PS2, it was going to translate over to the PS3. Like, where you would normally throw a bullet pass, that shit was definitely getting picked off. And don't try to play Bama with some, like, underwhelming team. Like, don't use Boise State and, like, a really custom playbook against Bama and think you're just going to scheme them to victory. No. They catch everything. Like, it was ridiculous. But
yeah, what are your other thoughts on the official announcement? I mean,
athletes are going to start getting paid off their name and likeness, but it's also going to be interesting to see where these.
Would you rather have Chase Young or Joey Bosa on the cover of this past year?
You can't put Chase Young on it. You have to put Devontae Smith on the cover.
I'm saying last year.
Last year it has to be Joey Burrow. I think Joey Burrow's the intro video, but Chase Young should be like when
do alternate covers.
When you open the game, Chase Young's on the front. You get what I mean?
Kind
of
the
opening screen.
But isn't that separate and not equal?
And
Did I get you? I got you on that
one. You sell the commercial with Joe Burrow, though.
Perfect segue.
Hello, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Evan Wanish, and I'm from Philly, actually.
Hey, Evan. So for those of you who don't know, Evan joins us. He is one of the co-hosts of the Cannon and Fire podcast. He's got all the skinny on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, Evan, first of all, man, how does it feel to watch your team in the Super Bowl this coming weekend?
Yeah, it's actually pretty surreal still. It's doesn't feel like it's actually happening, but I guess once the game starts, it'll start to feel real. But it's been a long time coming. So.
And being that you are in Philly, are you worried about your safety, or are you looking like, I'm glad my team doesn't have a quarterback controversy?
I'm living life just fine. Yeah, it's some dark times here in Philly, but it was a lot of times it was some dark times for the Bucs when it was some bright spots for the Eagles, and I didn't really deal with it then, and now it's just nice to not really have to take any sort of oh yeah, this and that, and they got their own issues. So
clean your house before you talk about mine.
Facts.
Yeah, exactly.
But Evan, so there's going to be a lot of casual fans tuning in because it's a Super Bowl. So for fans who haven't watched the Buccaneers this year, what should they know about this team?
Yeah, well, obviously it's it's powered by a high-powered offense. Tom Brady, and not just Tom Brady though. It's been a group effort. It's the offensive line's been one of the best it's been in years, and then obviously the wide receivers Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, and obviously Rob Gronkowski and guys like Cameron Brate really help out as well. So it'll be important to get the running game going with Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette on Sunday. So that's something that the Bucs have sometimes struggled to do. So I would say they're definitely a pass-first offense. And then it's just a really aggressive defense. Devin White, Levante David, Shaq Barrett, Jason Pierre-Paul. They have a ton of good pass rushers, guys that get after the quarterback, and a lot of playmakers in the secondary, which the secondary is young and somewhat inexperienced, so it gets burned at times, but they still do have a ton of talent back there.
And when you look at, because obviously that Super Bowl team from 2002, it's a whole other lifetime. Hall of Famers all over that defense. And for Pete and I, because we're diehard Raiders fans, and my sister's birthday.
One of the worst days of our lives.
Yeah, actually the worst. Like, I got into fistfights behind that game. Purposely didn't pay people their money. And my sister's birthday was that day. She stopped watching Raiders football because of that game. When you look at that Super Bowl run and this run, how do you compare those two teams? Do you even compare those two teams?
Well, I think there is some similarities on the defensive side of things. The Bucs really started finding their gear in the playoffs. In that season, specifically on the offense, and I'm going to say that this time it's the defense that's starting to find its rhythm now during this postseason. I mean, the Bucs offense in that 2002 season was really criticized at that time, and not a lot of people thought it was going to be good enough to be able to win a Super Bowl. Which it hadn't been for a few years at least. They had always had a really good defense, but and then this year a lot of people thought, well, maybe the defense, and a lot of people pointed to the secondary and saying, well, like the Bucs are just going to have to outscore everybody, and are they going to be able to? And now the defense goes out and they play well against Drew Brees in New Orleans, shuts them down, and then they just go into Green Bay, a tough place to play. Yep. And they beat Aaron Rodgers, and I mean they forced turnovers, they got pressure. It was an all around great effort. So I think that would be the most comparison. I think the 2002 offense really catching stride in the postseason is a comparison to this 2020 defense really catching its stride right now.
Yeah. So all week we've been hearing about the whole storyline, passing the guard, Brady versus Mahomes, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm just curious. Like, is Tom Brady getting too much credit for this run, or is he getting his due?
I think he's getting enough credit. I mean, it's a guy who Tampa Bay has had a losing culture